Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. This is Junior with Classic VW Bucks. So today I'm going to try to tackle the front end beam, and so the task for today is to try to patch up the areas that need to be repaired, and I'm going to try to do so by using some of the OEM sheet metal from Germany that I caught off from my donor bus, Donatella, that I parted out. So I brought here some of that sheet metal, and I'm going to use some cardboard as template to cut off the sections that I think I could use from some of the preformed sheet metal from the 1977 bus to patch up some of the areas in the front end beam. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around and show you. So as you can see here, there are some holes and some openings, right? None of these stuff here, it's structural, so I'm going to try to patch it up. Maybe an overlap well may be stronger. So we'll see what happens as I pre-cut and pre-form the pieces that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that right here. This is the before, as you can see here. This section right here is the worst. And so we'll see how it comes up. But that being said, I know that's not structural, but I kind of like entertain the idea to maybe weld two pieces of flat bar somewhere in here to add more structure to it. I have seen some of the aftermarket narrow beam do have that. Also, I was entertaining to maybe cut off all of this section right here and build like a little shell housing, but I think that if I do an overlap well here, that should be fine. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and show you the piece that I'm going to clean up. So as you can see, some of these areas right here are sort of like arch. So I'm going to try to use some of the preformed sheet metal here that have sort of like the same shape. This part right here came off from the donor bus 77, and this is part of the seat. So I'm thinking this is a pretty solid piece right here. So I'm going to try to use some of these sheet metal right here. Have this opening here and this one right here. There's like a little piece of metal in here that does sort of like a bridge. And so I pre-formed this shape here. The best option for me would be to do an overlap well here, and just get as far as to that little sort of like a raised knot right there and carved around that edge right here, and just put a piece right there. Overlap well. And then here, in the back right here, just weld it against the wall right there, like part of that flange. And I'm gonna trace this back into that piece of metal that I got there. I'm gonna try to find the nicest curved piece that I could use here so I don't have to beat it up that much. And if I have to, I will just apply some heat to it with a little propane torch and massage it so that it shapes and contours to the arch shape here. So I think that I'm gonna start with this easier shape right here, and then I'm gonna move to the more complex part of the beam to get it repaired. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring the camera over and show you off what piece I'm gonna start cutting it off. And so like I have a number of options right here that have a pre-formed arch, if you can see here. This has about the same exact width that I need for this piece of cardboard right here, and it's also pre-formed. As you can see, it has like an arch shape to it. I think that would work. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and basically cut this off camera. I'll bring you back when I have cut this off. So I cut off a piece of here, and I'm gonna go ahead and start shaping it onto the beam. Just gonna notch that right there. Okay, so I am liking how this is contouring to this part right here. So I'm going to just sort of like shave this right here so that when I pound it, this here is not rubbing against the flange right here. I am pretty happy with the way that that's actually looking. It's laying and contouring pretty well to the round shape here. So my thought process is that if I tack it here where it almost fits perfect, right? And maybe here in the back here, and then perhaps tack it right here where it actually lays perfect. This little corner here, it's kind of like not perfectly flat. I can apply some heat and pound it down a little bit with my body hammer. Do a overlap well, still entertaining that. For now, I'm just gonna leave that piece there and I'm gonna keep on working on another piece because I think that that's
next
pretty
day. And I just wanna show you how I am progressing into the prefabrications of the patch up pieces that I am cutting off. And so I was able to fabricate another piece for the front end beam. So let me go ahead and turn the camera on and show you that. So last night I was able to prefab this one right here. So I'm pretty happy with that. As you remember, I stated that last night. And then off cameras, I went and prefab this piece here. I think that overall, that's pretty nice, pretty good. I think that that's gonna do the job right there. Still entertaining of undoing the overlap well, as long as it does not affect the functionality. I'm not concerned too much about the aesthetics. That's gonna be the bottom part of the bus. And then again, I would rather it to be sturdy, strong, and functional than pretty weak and non-functional, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and continue to prefab pieces like that and take advantage of all the sheet metal I can use from my donor bus. And I'll bring you back when I'm ready to do some welding. Out of the two side from the beam, this is the worst section right here. So I'm gonna go ahead now and see if I can find a piece that's long enough to go from here all the way down to here. And then I'll make another piece that goes from here to here. I still have to spray paint that with some rust encapsulator. I already rust treated that. So right now I'm gonna focus in fabricating the pieces that I need, and then I'll come back and tackle everything at once. Okay, so this section, it's now done. I was hoping to do just the one piece and also cover this section right here, but not having all the proper tools to do so is becoming a challenge, so I'm going to do two sections. Now, okay, so let's get this back here again. I'll set it back right here. I'm pretty sure once I'm done, it's going to be much better than what it is right now, but I cut this little template right here, and this is the template I'm going to be using to cut this piece right here. And so as I tackle this, once I prefab all the pieces that I need, then I'll spray some either edging primer or some paint in there to prolong the life of these parts inside. And I think that as I go and as I fabricate these pieces, I think that really, in all honesty, the best route to go is going to be overlap well. It's going to be stronger, it's going to be faster, and it's going to do the job. So I'll keep working on this, and I'll bring you back when I have all of the pieces and I start the welding process. Next, that one and this one here.
Okay, so today I'm gonna go ahead and try to tackle some of the areas I did treated that inside with some POR15. There's some areas I cannot get to, so my next plan is to go ahead and tack the pieces I already prefab, and then by the end, when I'm about to be done, leave an opening so that I can pour like the whole actual 4 ounces of POR15 in there, shake it, and then empty it, and then do the same thing on the other side. So that's my plan for now. Next, we're gonna go ahead and tack those prefab pieces. So got my welder set up right here. And then I got the beam right here. So I'm gonna start like tacking these pieces right here. So I'll turn the camera around and at least try to share with you as I go. Welcome back, friends. It's been a couple of days since I actually tacked or weld some of the patches on the front beam. And so today I'm gonna go ahead and do some sanding because I have been so busy trying to get other things accomplished, things that I need to take care of before I undergo a surgical procedure that it's gonna put me on hold with this Westfalia project for maybe about 4 or 5 months. So I'll keep you guys posted on my progress, but I'm not going away. I'm just going to be resting for a little bit until I can recover from my surgery. Okay, friends, so there you have it. That's my 1973 front beam for Harley, my 1973 Westfalia. I am pretty happy with the outcome. It's better than before. It's not perfect by any means, but no big old holes anymore right here. No big old holes right here or right there or right here. As you can see, it's partially painted. I brushed on some POR15 after I rust treated it, and I have not painted with POR15 the trailing arms because I'm going to check the seals, and I am also replacing all of these tie rods for brand new ones, and some of these bars right here and this here, all of that is going to be replaced. I also have brand new rotors and brand new calipers to be installed along with this whole set. What I will do is probably in the near future, I may opt to go to a narrow beam, who knows. But for now, this is gonna do. Okay, friends, so that's pretty much it for this video. To all of my subscribers, I wanna say thank you for your constant support. Pete Street Garage, keep on doing what you're doing. I like your videos. I keep on watching them every time you do them. Big shout out to you. I won't be uploading videos in the next couple of weeks, or maybe a month or a month and a half or so, because I have to have a medical procedure that is going to put me on hold for a couple of weeks without me being able to actually use my right arm. I'm having a rotator cuff surgery, so I'm not going away, like I said, I think before, but I won't be uploading as many videos as I normally would like to do. But I'll keep you posted in my recovery, and maybe every now and then I might just, upload a video about the progress on my recovery for my rotator cuff. Well, Again, if this is the first time that you're watching my channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, this is Junior with a classic VW Bucks. Junior out.